We in India today pay taxes like England to get services like Somalia.
Nirmala Sitharaman went from being the most criticized personality on Indian Twitter, Indian social media, everywhere, to now the most revered person. From memes that were made critical of her or against her, and now they're memes made in favor of her. The person who basically imposed a lot of GST on caramelized popcorn is now being basically praised for the budget that she's basically made sure that people who earn up to 12 lakh rupees do not pay a rupee of tax.
I am now happy to announce that there will be no income tax payable up to income of 12 lakh rupees.
Well, there are a lot of things about this particular budget which is kind of interesting to observe. I feel it was very political because this budget was not only about the 12 lakh rupees one as well, because last year, if you remember, the budget was all about AP, which is Andhra Pradesh, and this year it's all about Bihar. Well, this is a trend that continues with all Indian budgets. Whenever there's a state that goes for elections, that state gets a lot of importance and prominence. It's as simple as that. But also, there were a lot of things mentioned in this budget when Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself spoke about this budget, praising the finance minister for a job well done. Now, is it really a job well done? Or is there something else that we have missed in this budget? To understand these things in further detail, it's best to ask these sort of questions to a qualified and practicing chartered accountant. And it'll be even better if that CA also happens to be a millennial, because let's face it, we are all part of the same tribe. And today I'm joined by CA Harsha Sesham to discuss this budget in a little bit of detail. Everyone is talking about this budget in a very, very wild way. But let me ask you with an example. There's a guy named, say, Vinod. Okay, he makes about 14 lakhs per annum. Mm-hmm. Now tell me, what is his tax liability? Okay, with 14 lakhs, and the same guy also makes 12 lakhs. Two examples.
Okay.
Give me both.
To put it in a layman's term, so it's actually the tax slab as it starts from 4 lakhs. Okay. Until last year, it was only 3 lakhs, until which that's called the basic exemption limit. Okay. So from the current year, it has changed to 4 lakhs. However, there's some rebate. Okay, rebate is some benefit given for those people who earn up to 12 lakhs. So for salaried class, it's 12.75 lakhs with a standard deduction of 75,000. Okay. So for a person earning 12 lakhs, like you asked, so there's no taxes, as in there is a rebate. So that's a benefit given. So until 12 lakhs, there's no taxes.
And then it comes back to it.
Yes. No, there's no tax paying situation. There's a benefit given while filing the returns itself.
What's the point of this? Why can't we just make it 0 to 12, 0?
So that doesn't work that way, because when a person, you gave the second example as 14 lakhs. So in case of 14 lakhs, so the game changes here. So the income gets taxed from 4 lakhs. So until 4 lakhs, there's no taxation. From 4 lakhs, the taxation starts. So that is how the slab rate system in India is. 4 to 8 lakhs, there's 1%. 8 to 12 lakhs, there's different percentage. That's how the game changes. So when a person is earning 14 lakhs, it starts from 4 lakhs with the slab rates.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, fine. I mean, this seems to be like a very middle class centric budget.
Yes.
Seems to be a very Gen Z centric budget.
Yes.
It's just to stop the meme makers of Nirmala Sitharaman who are against her and now they're pro her. Anyway, that's besides the point. But my question to you is, why now? What's the intention behind doing this? Is there any reason that we are not looking at? Is it because I feel it's semi-political? Maybe I'm wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But what do you feel as a CA?
No, I don't feel there's any political agenda here.
Okay.
So I see there's a lot of benefit given to the middle class. Okay. Because salaried class, they're the clear taxpayers, as in the tax gets deducted at source in the form of TDS. They don't have to pay anything at the year end. Yeah. So they don't have a lot of deductions or exemptions. Whereas in case of companies or businesses, they have a lot of provisions that way. So with new tax coming into picture, new tax regime coming into picture, there's a lot of benefits in terms of lower taxes that the salaried person gets. Okay. So in terms of this, a middle class salaried person who's earning about, say, 12 lakhs or 11 lakhs, he gets a lot of benefits in terms, his take home salary gets more because his tax deductions are less. Okay, that's one point. And once they have a lot of money in pocket, they get to spend a lot. So there's also an intention from the government, as what I see on a personal level. So the spending of an individual is reduced. The personal loans have reduced. So the spending of an individual, say example, when you don't buy a shoe, so the company doesn't get money. So when the company doesn't get money, then it's a cycle, you know. They cannot pay more salaries. So that's how it works, to improve household consumption or say make a lot of spending. That is also calculated and
This
considered.
is basically to drive consumer spending
Yes.
and also to drive more consumers to avail credit opportunities,
Yes.
to make it a more credit economy
Yes.
per se. Because we have been a traditional savings economy, right?
Yes.
We traditionally put all the money in FDs and all
Yes.
these things. Now they want to make you use that money and start spending it.
Yes.
That will drive consumption. Which
Yes.
will
Also add a
basically
lot of
benefit both the
saving
economy, yeah.
portion also in this area. Yes.
But I mean, you're talking about a lakh rupees, which is tax saved, right?
Yes.
About 1.2 lakhs or 1 lakh?
Yes.
1 lakh or 1.2 lakhs?
So this is in terms not only for the people who are earning lesser income, but also those, it is giving benefit for the all salaried class or all taxpayers, in fact. So personal income taxpayers. So in a way, the person earning even 30 lakh is getting benefited about a lakh or approximately. So this is giving benefit not just for the lower income tax bearers, but also for the higher tax slab people.
Now, this is a kind of a loss to the government of India, right? They will be losing some amount of money that will be
Yes.
usually coming to them.
Yes.
Can you quantify this and explain how they are also going to recover this?
Yes, in fact, I would say it's a very good question. So I would want to say that the government is foregoing about 1 lakh crore.
Okay.
So that's about 8.65% of the personal tax revenues.
Personal tax revenues.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's a lot to say. So 1 lakh crore is not a small amount,
Yes.
because ultimately it has been used for the welfare of the citizens or the society. So the intention here is, we have to see Nirmala Sitharaman ji as in gave an estimate about, they have about 14.38 lakh crore estimation in personal tax. That's an estimate for FY26.
Okay. What was it in FY25?
So it was about 12.78 lakh
Oh,
crore.
they're expecting more now.
Yes. So that's about 14.4% increase. So that's a lot. So they feel strongly they have a conservative approach to cover up their 1 lakh crore of losses. So,
Maybe they're anticipating more people to pay income tax now. Is that a way to look at it? Or?
no, that's also one side of it. A few bureaucrats or financial experts have their say in telling that there might be more people paying more taxes because it is streamlined or reduced. But we'll have to wait and watch how far they estimate and the actual figures match.
All right, I mean, there are a lot of, okay, this is basic stuff about the income tax budget, okay, but I really want to know this. This is a very simple question that comes to my mind. What are the pros and what are the cons of this budget?
Okay. Pros, as in the lot of pros than cons.
Okay.
The middle class, it's a bumper offer to say, and it was a game changer for the middle class people, because as I said earlier, salaried are the most, as in tax paying citizens. So they have a lot of benefit in terms of their take home or their savings or their spending can be increased. So that's a good option for the middle class. So it's all about the middle class budget, as everyone is focused about.
Yeah.
So coming to the cons, there's something called old tax regime, if you could recall.
Yeah.
There's something deductions or exemptions. The benefit was given for taxpayers, individual taxpayers. So with new tax regime coming into picture, there's a complete shift from the old tax regime to the new tax regime.
Because there's no deduction at all.
Yes, in the new tax regime there are no deductions or exemptions, whereas in the old tax regime, so in this budget there was no discussion about the old tax regime. That means the old tax regime, whatever was there earlier, continues.
So basically, why have two regimes then? Why can't I just have like one regime and go with it? I mean, isn't this question many people would have asked you also, Krishna?
No, this was actually discussed in the parliament itself. So Nirmala Sitharaman ji as in told the new tax regime, the main intention what I feel is to reduce tax litigations, because if there's no deductions, In one side you have old tax regime with higher tax rates and more deductions. Here it is no deductions but lower tax rates. So this ultimately I feel it is about reducing litigations because they have to issue notices, deductions, exemptions and to play around all that.
In simple words, old tax regime, more work for you.
Yes.
New tax regime, less work for
Yes.
you. Okay. So this is just a bumper, it's a game-changing budget for sure then.
So there's not at all, as in there might be a new game changer is
okay.
what I see, because the new income tax bill is coming to be placed in the parliament this week. So waiting for that, as in as per the budget announcement, there's a 50% reduction in both the content and the words. So the main intention is to reduce tax litigations, have the act more clear and concise.
So reducing the fine print of the entire
Yes, exactly.
act. Okay. Maybe we'll call you again for that video as well. We'll discuss that in detail.
Definitely, sure.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, we got a clear perspective of this budget, especially when it comes to the entire salary slab of 12 lakhs. The fact is that whether you're earning 12 lakhs or whether you're earning 15 lakhs or maybe even beyond, there is some sort of saving for everybody. All right, it's not just that up to 12 lakhs you pay zero tax and the others the tax remains the same. No, you all actually save money, and that's a good thing that has happened during this budget. And one more interesting thing that has also come out of this budget is many commodities are going to get a little more cheaper, especially goods such as EV vehicles, whether it's a 2, 3 or a 4-wheeler EV vehicle. It could even be electronic items, and there are certain life-saving drugs that will also come at a cheaper price. All these things are good, and all these things were required, and it's probably the way it works. I mean, you make memes against the government probably listens to you. That's just my interpretation of this, but you never know. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this budget is out. The income tax bill will also be coming out very soon, and we will definitely be making a video about that as well. Let's take a look at it, and for more such videos, please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, share, and also do like and follow Harsha on LinkedIn and Instagram as well. Until next time, this is Rohit Kurpat signing off from the Indian Millennials channel.